Chapter 1, the beginning. His name is Liam. He had mud brown eyes and dark brown hair that was nearly shoulder length. He lived in a 2-story house in California. He is 12 years old. He has 4 siblings, Roisin, Eamon, Cormac and Killian. It was winter, his favourite season, and the reason it was freezing. Anyways, he was sitting in the living room. The fire in the fireplace hissed as raindrops fell through the chimney. The chimney had 2 rectangular windows on either side, and the sun wasn't shining, and the birds weren't singing, and it was raining. Typical California winter weather. Liam was reading the Eternity Code, an Artemis Fowl book. But then he saw something through one of the rectangular windows. Putting down the book, he got up and walked over to one of the windows. He thought he saw something through the heavy rain. He put his hand on the window, but it didn't go on the window. It went through. Chapter 2, a strange place. Suddenly, Liam was transported into a fortress. He was in a hall, and it was huge. There was a black marble floor with a red carpet. The front door was like a blast door in Star Wars. Liam was awestruck. Just then, he heard some kind of clanking behind him. Liam turned around, and there was a red human-like droid. "Mazda, I have been waiting for you," said the robot. "You have?" Liam said, a little confused. "Yes," the robot said. "What's your ID?" Liam asked. "MG295, but you can just call me MG," was the reply. "Where am I?" Liam asked. "You're in a building, sir," it said. "Wow," Liam thought sarcastically. Then he asked the robot to explain everything. Apparently this huge fortress belonged to Liam, and under it was a chamber filled with portals, and she told him that each one would take me to another world and time. Then he showed him a vial. "What does it do?" Liam asked. "It lets you control a supernatural power." "Cool," Liam said. He accepted the vial, thought of his power, and drank. The liquid inside the vial tasted like chlorine water. "Well," asked MG. The power Liam had thought of was control over atoms. He looked at a nearby table and reformed its atoms into a wardrobe. "Good choice, sir. Please come with me." Liam followed him down some stairs onto a balcony overlooking a huge training area. "Wow," he said, but then a thought struck him. "MG, why is no one else here? I mean, doesn't everyone touch their living room window?" "I will tell you later." Chapter 3, an explanation. An hour later, MG answered Liam's question. "Only friends and siblings of the time traveler can enter through the portal room," he said. "But I don't know the time traveler," Liam protested. "You are the time traveler," said MG. "Really?" Liam asked. "Yes, Mazda," said MG. Wow, Liam thought. Then MG told Liam that when he went through the window, time would freeze in 10 minutes back on Earth. MG, "Yes, Master?" "I need to go back to my world for a few minutes," Liam said. "All right, Mazda, come with me." Liam followed him into the portal chamber. He walked into the one that said home, and Liam was in his house again. He immediately went to his older brother, Eamon, and told him what had happened. After telling him, Liam went to the phone and dialed his friend's phone number. "Hello, can I speak with Calais?" "This is Calais. Who is it?" "It's your old friend Liam. Remember me?" Yeah, I remember you. How are you?" "I am fine." Then Liam related his adventure to him. "You trying to pull my leg?" he asked. "No, I'm not. Now, I would like you to put your hand on your living room window." "All right, see you at HQ." The line went dead. It took Liam a full 32 seconds to realize that the conversation had ended. After he hung up the phone, he stepped through the window and into his fortress. Chapter 4, back to base. When Liam appeared, he saw Calais appear through another portal. He wasn't as surprised as Liam expected him to be. "Hello, Liam. Quite a nice place you got here." Liam grinned at him. "Well, where shall we go?" Liam asked him. "I think I would like to go to Hogwarts," he said. Liam raised an eyebrow. "I meant infiltrate the place," he explained. "All right then, let's suit up." Upon saying that, Liam went to a wardrobe and pulled out 2 Hogwarts student robes. "Good. What kind of weapons shall we have?" he asked. Liam went into a room and came out with 2 Austrian AUG Steyr automatics. "This is awesome," Calais said. "Shall we go?" Liam asked. Calais nodded, and then they stepped toward the portal. But then Liam remembered something. "Calais," he said, "you haven't been through training yet." Chapter 5, the first mission. After Calais' training was finished, they walked toward the portal and stepped through. Zap! They were standing on the platform, 9 3/4. The Hogwarts Express was about to leave. Liam and Calais hopped on and went into their own compartment. Liam and Calais sat down. Then Liam began looking at Harry Potter. As Harry passed, Liam said, "We're during the time of the Half-Blood Prince." Calais smiled. As the train was traveling, Hermione came in. "I hear you're new," she said. "Well, I just wanted to say that Hogwarts is a very nice place," and she stopped abruptly. The reason was because Liam and Calais' Austrian AUG Steyr automatics were on their laps. "Are those real?" she asked. Of course, she didn't know what kind of weapons they were. It's just that a lot of people know a killing weapon when they see it. Liam treated her with his most evil grin. "Yes, they are real, but," he picked up the gun, "you won't let anybody know that, right?" She nodded, too scared to speak. "Good," Liam said. Using the rifle, he gestured toward the door. Hermione nodded and left the compartment. Calais pulled something out of his pocket. It was a hologram emitter. "Close the blinds," Calais said. Liam closed the blinds, and Calais put the hologram emitter onto the chair. Then a hologram of Voldemort appeared. "This is your mission briefing," he said. "You have several tasks that must be accomplished to complete the mission." Then he started naming them. "Infiltrate Hogwarts," then "assassinate Dumbledore and Harry Potter," "destroy Hogwarts," and "evacuate." You don't have to do these tasks in order as long as you do them. If you succeed, you will be paid handsomely. May luck be with you, and feel free to kill anybody who gets in your way. Then the hologram turned off. "Well, we have our mission," Calais said. Liam nodded. "Here's the plan when we go to get the cash." Liam told him the plan. Calais grinned in a most evil fashion. "Let's do it." Chapter 6, Stakeout. The Hogwarts Express came to a halt at the station. Everyone got off the train and got to the boats, where Liam and Calais went to the hovercraft concealed in the bushes. MG put it there for them. Liam and Calais hopped aboard. Calais went into the control cabin, while Liam went onto the mounted turret. "Wow, it's got 2 88mm guns," he exclaimed. Calais rolled his eyes. They sailed towards the dock, but instead of going to the dock, they went into a concealed mini-bay about 30 feet long and 25 feet wide. Liam and Calais went to the cargo hold and found ammo and shovels, food, water, and concrete bricks, concrete, a sled, and 2 blankets, and cooking supplies, and some other stuff. "Well," Liam said, "at least we can build a pillbox." Calais nodded. A pillbox was a kind of fort, and it's about usually 10 feet tall. That is small for a bunker. The reason it is 10 feet tall is for 7 or 8 feet tall people. It's circular, small, and has a door in the back, and a window without glass in the front that's 2 feet tall and 5 feet wide. Liam and Calais put the bricks on the sled and pulled it toward a small hill near the castle. "Perfect," Calais said. "We have a good view of the castle." Liam and Calais began building the pillbox. It took about an hour and 13.5 minutes. Liam and Calais got all the supplies and put it in the pillbox. Well, good night, Buddy, Liam said. Good night, Calais grunted. In the morning, Liam awoke to the sound of sizzling. Good morning, Liam, Calais said cheerfully. Liam acknowledged and then helped himself to some bacon and eggs. Chapter 7, Infiltration and Assassination. Liam and Calais sat on some rocks outside the pillbox. Calais, we need a code name for the pillbox, Liam said. Calais replied, how about the assassin's hideout? After that, Liam taught Calais how to write in Gnomish. This is how you write Calais. Liam scribbled the name Calais in Gnomish. The little wavy line under the dragonfly is the E, Liam explained. After learning the arts of writing Gnomish, they both decided it was about time to infiltrate. Liam and Calais both geared up. Calais took a map out of his robe. There's a passage under the castle. We can enter through there. Brilliant, Calais, said Liam, but I doubt that we'll need the school robes. Upon saying that, Liam used his atom power and changed the robes into Mjolnir battle suits. Calais's was red and Liam's was black. Awesome, said Calais. Well, let's go, Liam said. They both scaled the walls and headed into a nearby passage. Let's hope Harry doesn't have the Marauders map with him, Calais said. Once they reached the top, they were near Snape's lab. Let's go, Liam, Calais said. Once inside, the fearsome twosome walked up to a large cabinet. But before they could open it, they heard footsteps approaching. Quick, Liam said, to the balcony. They climbed some stairs to the balcony overlooking the classroom. Just then, Professor Snape came in. Who are you? He demanded. Calais replied, we are people with big, nasty, murderous weapons. Upon saying that, he aimed his Austrian AUG and shot Professor Snape. Snape crumpled to the ground with a bullet in his chest and then, in his dying moments, pulled out his wand, muttered a spell, and a big ring of red flew through the air and hit the part of the balcony Liam was standing on. Ah! Liam screamed as he fell. Crash! Calais ran down the stairs, 2 at a time. Liam, he yelled, are you alive? A certain 4-lettered word answered the question. I'll take that as a yes, Calais replied. Chapter 8. First task just about complete. After Liam climbed out of the rubble, he took a painkiller and stuck it in his left arm. That was quite a fall, Liam remarked. Calais nodded and then said, I'll get some acid and disintegrate Snape's body. Then he took out some acid from the cabinet and dumped it on Snape's body. Snape's body disintegrated into nothing. What about the bloodstain? Liam asked. We'll mop it up, Calais replied. Then Liam and Calais found some mops and filled a bucket with water and mopped up the bloodstain. Let's rinse the mops, then dump the water that's in the bucket, Liam said. They did just that. Then they heard voices. Quick, Liam, use your atom power and fix the balcony, Calais ordered. Sure. Liam fixed the balcony and the 2 of them ran up onto the balcony, but this time they hid behind barrels. The door opened and as the students filed in and sat down, just then a very fat man appeared through the doorway. Now I remember, Liam said into his helmet comlink. Slughorn does potions class this year, not Snape. Is Slughorn the fat guy? Calais asked. Yup, Liam said. Greetings, class, said Slughorn. Today you will make a potion to cure poison. Excuse me, Professor, Harry said, but me and Ron don't have any potions books. Quite all right, I will go get you some. Slughorn reached into a cabinet and pulled out 2 potion books. Here you go, boys, he said cheerfully. Harry nodded and then class began. After about 23 minutes, Slughorn said, What's this? He bent over and picked something up. Why, it's a Muggle bullet casing, he exclaimed. A Slytherin student raised his hand. Slughorn acknowledged. After getting permission, the student said, "What's a bullet?" Slughorn replied, "A bullet is something that goes into a metal handheld stick. When pulling the trigger, there is a loud noise, and then the bullet flies out and hits someone and usually kills them." After saying that, several students began scribbling in their notebooks. Calais paled. Liam then realized the casing was from the bullet that killed Snape. "We might have intruders," Harry Potter said. Slughorn considered. "Probably." Hermione raised her hand. On the train, there were two people who looked like first years, and they were carrying guns. Liam began pulling out a dart shooter. And, Hermione continued, one had brown hair and the other was blonde. Liam loaded a knockout dart into his dart shooter. One was pretty tall, she continued, and the blonde was short. Calais looked indignant. Liam rose up from the barrel, took aim, and fired. Once the dart hit her in the neck. Yes, Liam thought. Hermione collapsed to the floor. Harry gasped, and the other students were petrified. One shrieked. Liam shot her as well. The two girls were on the floor. "Let's make a break for it," Liam yelled into his helmet comlink. He and Calais leaped from the balcony onto the top of a cabinet, and from there jumped onto a table. The students sitting there fainted. Liam and Calais ran towards the door, but Harry blocked their path. No one shoots two Gryffindor students and escapes. Liam rolled his eyes and shot Harry as well, then spun around and shot Slughorn. Calais and Liam ran to the secret passage, climbed down the wall, and sprinted into their pillbox. "Phew, that was close," Liam said as he took his helmet off and wiped his brow. Liam scribbled a memo and put it on the table. It showed. It meant, "Next we get Dumbledore, Harry, and then Hogwarts." Calais then said, "I'll go on patrol first." Liam nodded and said, "While you do that, I'll get some barbed wire set up." Calais acknowledged, and they both got to work. Chapter 9, the last day at Hogwarts. Calais was in a tree with his Austrian AUG. Liam was in the pillbox. They both had walkie-talkies. Calais was bored. "Man, will somebody stand on the wall? I am want to shoot something," Calais thought. Just then, his walkie-talkie squawked. Then words began coming out. "Calais, this is Liam. The castle is emptying. They're all going to Hogsmeade, and we have about 120 minutes to blow Hogwarts and kill Harry and Dumbledore. We gotta hurry." Calais acknowledged, then scrambled out of the tree. He met up with Liam by the castle wall. Harry should be in the hospital wing and Dumbledore in his office. "We'll do Harry first. Come on." Liam took out a grappling hook and threw it on the castle wall. It stuck between two battlements. Liam and Calais loaded their Austrian AUGs and climbed up the wall. Once on the wall, Liam gestured at a door and began walking towards it. Liam and Calais walked through, and they were soon in front of the hospital wing's door. Before Liam and Calais could break and enter, Harry walked out. He looked up and saw the fearsome twosome. "You too," he said dangerously, pulling out his wand. "I will have to kill you." Calais stepped forward, but Liam pulled him back. "I'll handle this. You cover me." Calais glared at Harry, then stood guard at the door. Liam and Harry walked into the hospital. They both went into battle stance. Harry had his wand pointed at Liam and his other hand dangling at his side. Liam had his Austrian AUG in both hands and had the butt of the gun in his arm. Harry muttered a spell, and a familiar ring of red flew out and hit Liam. Liam soared through the air and hit a wall. Liam had a few words to say about that, and he said them. Liam then stood up and picked up the Austrian AUG. He pulled the trigger, and the bullets flew through the air, and clip hit Harry in the arm, almost taking it off. Harry flew into a cabinet, which exploded in splinters and bits of wood. Harry picked himself up and charged at Liam, who was loading another clip into his Austrian AUG, but Harry slapped the gun out of Liam's hand and tackled him. David! Liam swore in the fairy tongue, and then the tussle began. Since Liam was in his Mjolnir battle armor, the battle didn't really do major damage. Harry slammed his fist into Liam's chin. Liam grunted and rammed his knee into Harry's. Well, to put it politely, Liam rammed his knee into Harry's groin. Harry paled in pain and then hit Liam with his elbow. Now, Mjolnir battle armor has a little box on the gauntlet. It's about 2 millimeters tall and 1 inch wide. There's a blade in the shape of a spear point. It only needs friction to work. Liam raised his hand and shot his right hand forward into Harry's chest. The knife cut through his flesh. Harry gasped and crumpled to the floor. Liam stood. Harry was still gasping. Liam stood and then drew a 50-cal revolver. No, gasped Harry. Please don't do it. Those words touched Liam, but Liam remembered the words of Julius Caesar. When swords flash, do not let a single thought of pity or remorse move you. Do not even let the sight of your father move you, for he chose not to side with you, so you must slay him. Harry was about to say something, but Liam pulled the trigger. Blam! The bullet hit Harry's head. Harry stopped moving. For good. Liam walked out of the hospital wing. He was a slightly gruesome sight, covered in mostly Harry's blood. Calais stood waiting. Liam said quietly, "It's done." Calais nodded slowly, and then they went down the hall to Dumbledore's office. They came to the stairway. You had to say the code to get the gargoyle out of the way. Liam and Calais didn't bother guessing. Calais pulled out a bazooka and blew the gargoyle into oblivion. They climbed the steps, and soon they were in the office. Dumbledore was sitting in his chair. Liam muttered into his comlink, "Dumbledore is very confident. You should use that as his weakness." Calais nodded, and then Liam went outside the door to make sure that none would come. "Hello, you must be one of the intruders," said Dumbledore. Calais didn't answer. He pulled out his AUG and aimed. "Give me a reason," he said. Dumbledore just smiled, but the smile didn't last, especially when a score of bullets flew through the air and hit his arm. Dumbledore fell out of his chair. The phoenix on the desk healed Dumbledore. Dumbledore stood. "Soon you will be in the dungeons, for Harry and his friends will come and rescue me." Calais spoke into his comlink. "Liam, Harry's friends are still in the castle." Calais heard a sharp intake of breath from Liam. Calais reloaded his AUG and then fired at Dumbledore again. This time, Dumbledore drew his wand, ducked the bullets, and blasted Calais. Calais flew into the door. Shaking himself awake, Calais looked beside him, and there was the bazooka. Calais picked it up and, after backing out of the doorway, said, "Goodbye, Principal of Hogwarts," and fired. The room exploded. Calais dove down the stairs. When he reached the bottom, Calais's comlink was gushing words. "Calais, 5 Death Eaters have entered the castle. Luna, Ron, Hermione, and Ginny are trying to defend themselves. We must hurry and get the bomb ready." Calais then told Liam what happened to Dumbledore. "Good job, Calais." Calais then ran down the stairs and saw the fall of Harry's friends. Liam and Calais both ran down the hall. 3 Death Eaters were already waiting for them. One laughed, but then Liam and Calais opened fire. The 3 Death Eaters flew into the wall. Dead. "How did they know we would be here?" Liam asked. "I have no idea," Calais replied. Liam and Calais put 1 crate of TNT, 1 crate of uranium, and 1 crate of black gunpowder. Liam put a timer on one of the crates and set it for 10 minutes. "Come on, we've got 10 minutes to get out. Go, go, go," Liam yelled. Our 2 heroes/villains ran to the top of the castle wall and climbed down the rope. Using his atom power, Liam loaded all of the equipment onto a hovercraft. Liam went into the turret and Calais went into the control cabin. The hovercraft sailed at a rate of 117 miles per hour. They were soon out of explosion range. When the craft stopped, Liam and Khalees went onto the deck to watch the fireworks. Khalees offered Liam a bag of popcorn. Liam accepted. Soon they were both shoveling popcorn in their mouths. They hadn't eaten for 12 hours. Then the castle exploded. Bits of fiery castle fell in the water in front of them. The ball of light attracted plenty of British firefighters. Liam and Khalees sailed away to the graveyard to get the cash. Chapter 10. The End of Voldemort. Liam was soon at the graveyard. There was a cloaked figure standing in front of a gigantic tombstone with a statue of a hooded skeleton on it. The cloaked figure stepped up to Liam. "Ah, you must be the assassin I hired," he said, and then his green eyes flashed. "Where is your partner?" "He's at our boat," Liam answered. "How many professors did you have to kill?" Voldemort asked. "Only one." "His name was Snape," Liam replied. Liam could imagine Voldemort frowning. Voldemort's face was hooded, so Liam could only see his eyes. "Snape was one of my agents, but I was going to kill him anyways. Here's your cash." Voldemort handed Liam a suitcase filled with cash. "Thanks," Liam said. "No, thank you," said Voldemort. Liam nodded. Then Voldemort turned and began walking away. A bullet whizzed out of a tree and hit Voldemort in the back of the head. Voldemort collapsed to the ground, dead. Khalees walked from the tree. "Good shooting, Khalees," Liam complimented. "Thanks," Khalees acknowledged. Then the fearsome twosome walked to the boat. "Let's go home," Liam said. Khalees nodded, and then the fearsome twosome walked back to the boat and sailed towards the harbor. The end. Portals of Destruction. Author Liam M. Sheehy.